If you've ever felt like money shouldn't matter this much, you're not imagining it. Because money doesn't just affect what you can buy. It affects how your life actually feels. It affects your stress, your health, and the opportunities you and your family have. And once you see that, you realize managing your money isn't optional, it shapes your life. But here's the problem. Most people try to fix it by earning more, without realizing there's a limit to how much you can earn, and how much effort you can give. And if your money depends on those limits, you'll always feel like you're trying to catch up. It's not just income. Most people grow up believing one simple idea. If you want more money, just work more. More hours. Better job. Bigger paycheck. And on the surface, that makes sense. But money isn't just about what you can buy. It affects everything. It affects where you live, what kind of health care you can afford, and how quickly you can get it when something goes wrong. The schools your kids can go to, the opportunities they have, and the environment they grow up in. It affects your stress, your time, your ability to say yes or no to the life in front of you. And once you see that, you realize money isn't just income, it's influence. And that's why this matters more than people think. And this is where things start to feel frustrating without you knowing why. The hidden ceiling. You can only work so many hours. You can only take on so much responsibility. You can only push yourself so far before something starts to give. And even if you increase your income, your life expands with it. Fences grow. Expectations grow. Pressure grows. So instead of feeling ahead, you feel like you're maintaining, or worse, still trying to catch up. Have you ever felt like making more money didn't actually change how things felt? Like things improved, but not as much as you expected? Let me know, I'm curious. Why this matters. This is why relying on income alone doesn't create control. 'Cause income is something you constantly have to chase. And when your entire system depends on chasing more, you're never actually stable. Even if it looks like you are. You feel like you have to keep going just to stay where you are. That's exhausting. And more importantly, it's not sustainable. The shift. But here's the shift that changes everything. You don't need unlimited income. You need a system that works within your limits. A system that doesn't depend on how hard you're pushing, but on how your money is structured. 'Cause when your system works, your money starts working with you, instead of against you. Before we move on, this next part is just my perspective. I've noticed something that made a big difference for me. If your money isn't being directed toward things that actually matter to you, it doesn't matter how much you earn, because you end up working just to spend on things that don't really move your life forward. But when your money is aligned with what's important to you, what you actually want your life to look like, everything changes. You're not just earning and spending anymore. You're building something. You're shaping a life that actually feels like yours. Alright, back to this. Now that you understand the limits of income, the next thing you need to see is what's quietly working against you. 'Cause most people aren't just limited by how much they earn. They're losing ground in ways they don't even realize. And once you see those clearly, you can finally start breaking out of the cycle. That's when things start to feel different. Not because you're earning more, but because you're finally in control. Subscribe so you don't miss the next video, because that's where this really starts to change.